There's our view from deep left field, Yankee Stadium, where the Dodgers are out in front 3-2. And that says it all right there. Tomorrow night, the Bob Hope All-Star Comedy Salute to the 75th anniversary of the World Series. Danny Kaye, special guest star. Jim Henson's Muppets. Piggy and Kermit will be there. Piggy's the agent, Kermit's the player. And then there's Cheryl Teagues, Steve Martin will play a vendor, Glenn Campbell, Charo, the Coochie Coochie Girl, Billy Martin and Howard Cosell will be on there. Johnny Bench, Vida Blue, Don Drysdale, Koufax and Davis. They got a dance routine they're going to do. Mickey Mantle, many more. Tomorrow night, Bob Hope's All-Star Comedy Salute. Here's Garvey. Strike one. Didro came on in the sixth. He has struck out 3. He's allowed 2 hits. One ball, 1 strike.
Well, I've been surprised watching Garvey through this series and championship series. He swings at quite a few bad pitches.
He'll swing at a lot of pitches, bad breaking pitches down in the dirt. Ever since Lasorda wanted him to try and hit the home run ball, he's become much more aggressive.
There's the strike.
In fact, I asked one of the Dodger pitchers, one of their starters, in fact, I won't reveal his name, how he'd pitch Garvey, and he said, I would never throw him a strike. Throw him fastballs up out of the strike zone and the breaking ball down low around, mid-calf.
1-2 pitch. Left field. White has room. 1 out.
Of course, as good as Garvey is, he would adjust sooner or later and get his 200 hits and drive in his 100 runs.
That's why I was looking at you.
Theory. That's why I know it. That's a good theory.
I think I'd pitch him up and way and bad balls up from the bench too. But in the batter's box, I'd be a little careful because I think Garvey could hit 280 with just his arms.
You try that, Tony. You're exactly right too. You try that throwing, and he'll just sit there and wait till he gets 3-0, 3-1. Then you got to throw a strike, or else just walk him all day.
Ron Say takes it outside, ball 1.
You can't do that. Say coming up, Baker coming up. Those guys can pop one on you at any time. He's going to make you throw strikes to him sooner or later.
Pulled foul. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Big day on NBC Sports tomorrow. It begins 12:30 with NFL Today, and we climax it with the 5th game, Jim Beattie against Bert Hooton. Put your dial, NBC, 12:30 Eastern Time, and stay with us, and you're in for a treat. There's a strike on the outside corner. Tidrow is really hitting those corners. In the 8th inning, it'll be Blair, White, and Munson for the Yankees. 1-2 pitch. Hot smash. Greg Nettles has it. 2 outs.
Well, an interesting shot of Nettles stealing that ball because he has been so great on balls left and right. But this is the toughest one of all. Watch this. One hit right at you. You have no perspective, no side view. You cannot tell the bounce is what kind of hops. You can't judge the speed of the ball. And every infielder will tell you the one right straight at me is the toughest. And you can see how he battled that more than even the line drives down the line or in the hole.
Tony, you made the point earlier about the infield being rough in here after the Yankees had clinched the American League pennant from the Kansas City Royals. The people, of course, here in New York streamed on, tore up a lot of the infield. They had to replace some of the infield grass around the home plate area and around the pitcher's mound as well.
1-0 pitch. 1-1 the count. Dodgers 3, Yankees 2, 2 outs. 8th inning. Tidrow in relief of Figueroa. We had a 40-minute rain delay. Fouled out of play. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. There it is. 3 runs, 6 hits, and 1 error for the Dodgers. 2 runs, 5 hits, no errors for the Yankees. Tap foul. Boy, this is one of those games, Tom, that West Western used to call a cliff dweller.
Well, that's my first manager in the major league, the New York Mets, in 1967, too.
Great guy, old Wesley. Just got you with the Giants?
Scouting now for the Giants, isn't he?
I think so.
Been in that organization a long time.
1-2 pitch now to Dusty Baker. The fourth strikeout for Tico. He's kept the Yankees close. 3 up, 3 down. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. It's Los Angeles 3, Yankees 2. It'll be Blair, White, Munson for the Yankees.
We met at 9.
We met at 8.
I was on time.
No, you were late.
Yes, I remember when.
The Xerox display typing system lets you create and revise information right on a screen before it's committed to paper, and will remember it all, even if you don't.
Yes,
I remember it well.
You've seen how we build the Firestone 721 radial. Here's how we back it up with the full 2-year warranty. If a Firestone 721 becomes unserviceable in the 2 years after you purchase it because of a defect in workmanship or materials, we'll replace it free. Only road hazard and in-service abuse are not covered. This offer is good on every 721 sold for passenger car use between now and October 31st by any Firestone dealer or store.
Duster's back.
And is it looking good?
Plymouth Duster is back, along with traditional Duster economy and new Duster excitement. Inside, great-looking new buckets, a terrific new exterior package, and the kind of fun Duster's been famous for. You can capture Duster and all of this excitement for a price that might be hard to believe. Hey, everybody, we're selling fun, and it's a real bargain.
That's imagination. That's Plymouth.
Hello, I'm Fred Willard. Please watch this week when I host Saturday Night Live with Devo. That's Saturday at 11:30, 10:30 Central. I'm so excited.
If you're an outfielder or an infielder here in Yankee Stadium, this is the problem you've had. Those flags are in left field, high above the facade. They are blowing out of the northwest. In right field, a while ago anyway, they were blowing the exact opposite direction. What we're trying to tell you is there are swirling currents because of this high triple-deck stadium. The wind swirls, and you have to really be careful on pop-ups at high in the air on long fly balls. Never know what the ball's going to do.
So the scene is set, and Paul Blair, who beat out a bunt in the first inning, and he was thrown out at the plate on a fine play by Reggie Smith as he tried to score. Yeager made a fine tag, so Blair 1 for 3. Say is even with the bag. Blair can bunt, likes to bunt. Ball 1. Ball 2. On say at third base now. Joe is right on the line. So is Garvey. They're protecting against the double. Late in the ball game. Strike. 2 balls, 1 strike, nobody out. Bottom of the 8th inning. Dodgers 3, Yankees 2. Strike 2. Blair doesn't believe it.
It's tough for a hitter once you make that move in a bunt situation. He was going to try. You can see by that head going up and down, you lose perspective of the strike zone.
There's a base hit. Tying run is on.
Lasorda's on his way out. Red Adams on the telephone to the bullpen. Terry Forster's down there. Roy White, a man up, is a switch hitter. With no outs, a man on first. It's an obvious bunt situation.
They're making sure, though, Tony, because White and Hauser are having a meeting along the third base line, which is just now broken up as Lasorda is out there talking to Tommy John. There's Hauser walking back to his coaching box. That's Terry Forster. 3-2. Tying run is on. Paul Blair. Roy White. Well, Marty Springstead went out in the pregame show. Lasorda asked McSherry what he would do. I wonder if he asked Springstead. There's young Welsh.
He's called for force, though, I believe. He raised the left hand, Marty Springstead.
Tommy John pitched 7 2/3 innings in his win in game number 1. Here he has pitched 7. And Paul Blair in the bottom of the 8th, a single. The tying run is on.
Forster came in to relieve Tommy John in game number 1. He struck out 3.
So Tommy John waits for the new pitcher. You look at Steve Yeager. We got a break in the action. We'll be right back after these messages. I know you'll be right back. Come on, let's go.
Today, you'll turn a mountain of canvas and a truckload of living dynamite into one of the world's oldest fantasies, the circus. And together with every man and beast you've got, you'll haul and shove and shape that mountain until you finally reach the moment that says it's done. Now comes Miller time. Time to head for the best tasting beer you can find. Miller High Life, America's quality beer since 1855.
When it's time to relax, one beer stands clear. Beer after beer, you've got the time, we've got the beer. Miller Beer.
Alaska, one of the toughest places by far for testing parts that go into your car. So Motorcraft Parts from Ford will test the tough in Alaska. Heavy-duty batteries and shocks, all filters, tune-up kits with plugs, parts stuff as these were tested in 50 cars and trucks from Ford, GM, and Chrysler. After 6 months, less than 1% of the parts couldn't take it. Motorcraft Parts, they have the stuff. Motorcraft is tested tough.
You're looking at Terry Forster, indicating there comes a slider. Really comes at you. Forster relieved Tommy John in game number 1. He struck out 3 of the 4 batters he faced. He struck out pinch hitter Cliff Johnson, Rivers, and Roy White. Paul Blair grounded to short.
Forster's got that real deadly slider, as you can see from those shots, all those 4 angles we had. He pitches off a very stiff leg. Game 2 he relieved as well, was not as effective now. He has a tender elbow, mechanically, because he does pitch off that stiff front leg. Puts a lot of pressure on his elbow. To stiffen up on him, get very tender and sore to pitch with. Never does he ever tell Red Adams, the pitching coach, that he can't pitch. He'll go out there and pitch till his arm breaks.
Roy White with Paul Blair, the tying run at first base. We're in the bottom of the 8th, nobody out. Dodgers 3, Yankees 2. Game 4. Tomorrow it's Beatty against Hooten, but right now it's Forster against White. Going it to Garvey. Call him out. Marty Springstead made the decision. The reason I waited. Frank Pulley at first base waited for Marty Springstead, who called him out.
Good sacrifice by Roy White. Garvey, as you saw, had to hold the runner on. Frank Pulley was blocked out, and the call is made by the man who's supposed to make it before first base, Marty Springstead, the home plate umpire.
So the tying run is in scoring position, and Munson and Jackson are the hitters. Probably the 2 toughest hitters in this lineup. Munson singled to right in the 1st. Walked in the 4th, he walked in the 6th. Outfield not too deep. This was the situation in the 1st. Smith was able to get Blair at the plate. There is Jackson. Drama right now in that batter's box. Thurman Munson. It's out of play. Strike one. Munson, a busy kind of guy in that batter's box.
He's not just messing around straightening those gloves out. He calls himself a situation hitter. He's going over what he thinks that Forster will go with. Slider, fastball away.
Off his foot. That hit Munson in the foot. It is a foul ball. Munson fouled it off his foot. He went down. And it's strike two.
He doesn't need any more of these bumps or bruises. Probably was that slider that was moving down and in. The pitch that usually gets hit off the instep or the shin bone.
One out, two strikes. Tying run at second, Paul Blair. Forster in relief. Eighth inning. Munson is heading for second.
Tony, I think your observations about Thurman were exactly right. Now, he's been up there all day trying to go to right field, and he knows Forster's going to go inside to him with that slider and that hard stuff. He just turned those hips and pulled that ball right down that line, shot it into the corner. A two-base hit and drives in the run that ties up the score.
No balls, two strikes. Look what Thurman did.
Smart hitter. Smart player. And got it just after taking one off the shin, too.
Been on base 4 times in this ball game, Joe. Munson.
Time is being called. The fans here really going wild. And the ground crew picking up the debris. There you see him, the captain, Thurman Munson. And Reggie Jackson is the batter. One man out. We're tied, 3 apiece. Jackson bounced to Garvey unassisted in the first, struck out in the fourth, drove in a run with a single in the sixth. Hit him. Gene Monahan looks like out there. It really got him. Looked like it may have got him on the elbow or the wrist. Can't see.
He really got drilled, Joe, with about as hard as fastball as Forster could throw. Trying to move him off the plate. They tried to pitch Reggie Jackson inside. Reggie told us that in our interview during the rain delay. Right there, right off, just above the elbow, it looked like.
Right at the elbow towards your wrist.
That's a painful spot if you get on the elbow. Hopefully you got in the muscle now, which is going to be sore. You don't get quite the damage. He really got drilled, Tom.
You know, Tony, you got to go inside with him. There's no way you can't pitch him inside. A big guy, you don't want to let him go out there and extend his arms. Look at his hand shaking right there with a glove on it. That's really got to hurt. You don't want to let a big hitter like Reggie go out and extend his arms. He's just too powerful, too big, and too strong, and you've got inside.
Lasorda out to talk to Forster. I think Reggie was trying to see if he had any feeling. Now he's going to make a pitching change with Piniella the batter. Youngster Welch was out there throwing. We're all tied up. Tiebreaker is on. There you see young Bob Welch. Tell you, can't get any closer. 3 runs, 6 hits, 1 error for the Dodgers. 3 runs, 7 hits, no errors for the Yankees. Munson is at second. Jackson is at first. There's 1 man out, and Piniella is the batter.
Welch, as you all well know, he's the man coming in now. He'll face Piniella. He pitched to just 2 hitters in game number 2, but the big one was one of the most dramatic confrontations you'll ever see in a World Series game or anywhere else, when he threw, what, 9 pitches to Reggie Jackson, ran it to 3-2, 2 men on, the runners were going, and he threw, it looked almost like a hard slider, but he said a fastball, but it really sailed into Reggie Jackson, down about belt high, to finish up that ball game. It's been quite a game we've got to get today.
So we've got a break in the action, but we're going to be right back after these messages.
Little style in your hair, add a little light to your style.
Chrysler LeBaron for $79. It's got a look. It's got life. Plus a whole list of luxury options like genuine leather seating.
I've looked at cars like Cutlass Supreme, but LeBaron is more my style, and it's a Chrysler.
Add a little light to your style.
The new 1979 Chrysler LeBaron. Add a little life to your style.
Joe Garagiola with Tony Kubek, Kurt Gowdy, and Tom Seaver as we look at Reggie Jackson talking to Piniella, and Jackson, you can bet me, is telling him everything he can possibly tell him about that time at bat when Welch struck him out.
Well, it was Reggie when he was struck out and put up such a great battle against Welch in the second game, who went to the on-deck circle to Greg Nettles. Greg Nettles had the scouting report on the top of his head. Reggie asked him. Now Reggie passes some information along. They want to know velocity. They obviously know that Welch throws hard. That they know for sure, but there's some little tip about how his ball might move. Does it usually take off? Will it sink? Will it tail away a little bit or into a right-handed hitter? Any little tip might help you when you haven't seen a guy.
The Dodgers jumped out to a 3-0 lead. Didn't exactly jump out. It was the 5th inning, a 3-run homer by Reggie Smith. North bounced out, Yeager doubled, Lopes walked, Russell struck out, Reggie Smith hit a 3-run homer. Yankees came back with 2 runs in the 6th inning. Blair struck out, White singled, Munson walked, Jackson singled, driving a run, and Piniella hit a line drive. Russell knocked it down, stepped on the bag, and his throw to first base, hit Jackson, maybe intentionally, maybe not. At any rate, the run scored, and it was 2 runs in. And now here in the 8th inning, a single by Blair, a sacrifice by Roy White, a double by Munson tied it up. Jackson was hit by a pitch ball, and now it's Bob Welch against Lou Piniella, who bounced out 3rd to 1st in the 2nd, 3rd to 1st in the 4th, hit to a forced play in the 6th. Piniella, tying run at tiebreaker is at second base. Insurance run at first. 1 out. There they are. '21-year-old Bob Welch. Foul back. 22 years old on November 3rd. Born in Detroit, lives in Ferndale. 6'3", 190 pounds. He pitched to 2 hitters. Runners on 1st and 2nd. The Dodgers leading 4-3. He got Munson to fly to right and struck out Jackson. This is the 2nd series game. Outside, 1-1. Strike.
So now Piniella's got what he likes to hit. Fastballs.
Munson at 2nd. Jackson is at 1st. Jackson trying to get a lead so he can take somebody out at second base if he has to. Ball 3. The on-deck batter is Greg Nettles. There he is. He had his pitch and he went for it. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Lou Piniella, 1 out. Score tied, 3 apiece. Munson at 2nd. Jackson at 1st. Fouled it back. May have chased a bad ball, but in a spot like this, you don't get that selective.
You know, also, Joe, in a spot like that, you don't have much time to decide whether you're going to go after it or not. A guy that throws hard, you commit awfully early.
It's commit or be committed. Youngster. Out of play. Foul ball. Count remains at 3-2.
Those are some tough pitches that Pinella's found out. That high fastball, it's really taking off. One high and tight, another one just a little bit over the plate.
Same way that Jackson did in L.A., remember? 3-2, same way. Fought him off.
This kid is something, 21 years old. He's going to be 47 when the series is over. Popped up. Garvey's going out after it. Loops. Who's going to get it? Look out, they almost collide. Garvey makes the play. They rule infield fly.
First base umpire, Frank Pulley, waited till he was sure the ball was catchable within reason by the infielders and that it was going to be fair, and he called the infield fly. Pinella was automatically out.
And it's very difficult to hear anything in this ballpark. These fans are really hooting and hollering as Greg Nettles comes up. 2 outs. Score tied, 3 apiece. Bottom of the 8th. Nettles is bounced out to the second baseman. Shortstop and again to the second baseman. There they are. Munson at second, Jackson at first. High, ball 1.
Talking about a fastball hitter, Tony, here's another one that loves to swing at that fastball.
One right after the other in this Yankee lineup. You get from Munson on down through to Chambliss. Good fastball hitters.
Pulled it foul. That's way foul. 1 ball, 1 strike. In the 9th inning, it'll be Monday, North, and Yeager.
He knows what he's going to get here. Greg is pretty sure, as you see Munson at second base, Jackson over at first. He knows he's going to get a fastball. And watch his right knee. He'll cock that right knee and really try and turn on it. Watch Nettles' right knee.
High. 2-1.
Saying to himself, the ball's going to come in here hard. I'm going to swing hard. And he can turn on a fastball.
Foul ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs.
He's getting out in front on a Welch fastball. Ball is about 6 inches inside. He still gets the big part of the bat. There's the timing device that a lot of hitters use. That right knee cock and the hand cock at times.
Dodger bench. Tense. Yankee bench. Tense. He wants a new series of signs. He wasn't sure. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, tied, 3-3, bottom of the 8th. Tiebreaker at second, Munson, Jackson's at first. He's going to make sure, and that's what a good pitcher does. You don't want to be so worried about the signs that you lose your concentration. I tell you, this kid has been able to get Munson, Jackson, and Pinella, all good hitters in tough situations, and now he's got Nettles.
Red Adams, the pitching coach, right now, in this difficult situation for Welch, wants to clear it up once and for all.
I was going to say, Tony, I don't think what Yeager puts down now is going to mean anything. Red Adams is telling him what to throw on the next 2 pitches at least. There's no time to get brilliant. Now you got to go to firing.
Adams was telling us during the workout here before the first game in Yankee Stadium that Welch, as a starting pitcher, threw a lot of breaking balls. There's Lasorda, and that he does have a pretty good curveball. He doesn't have the confidence in it. Obviously, in this situation, you would think fastball.
Looked like a breaking ball, and he might have got it up. It was not his good fastball. It wasn't that swifty.
was a slider of some kind or a curveball that he overthrew, threw awfully hard.
Something, either a change-up or whatever, a slider. Greg gets out. Looks like he hit it right on the end of his bat. He really went after it good, but he turned on it, pulled it foul. Looks like he hit it. Welsh had him out front, hit it on the end of the bat.
See the body English there, too, right in the follow-through, trying to keep it fair.
Two and two, 2 outs. Foul ball, foul ball. Oh, man.
Got another one, don't we? Woo.
We're sitting up here with sweaty palms, and that shot of the dugout, Jay Johnstone was yawning. It wasn't exciting enough for him.
I tell you, you can't get excited here. You must run on batteries. Here we go again. Nettles against Welsh. Pinella fouled off a couple pitches. Now Nettles is fouling off pitches. Look at that bench. Red Adams with Niebuhr. That's Tidrow with the towel on his head. Bucky Dent. Bob Lemon. Struck him out. Bob Welsh strikes him out, and he'll get some reception when he goes into the bench. 21 years old on his birth certificate, 97 in his arm. He really came in a tough situation, and did he ever do a job? That ends it. Look at that. End of 8 innings. We're all tied. Dodgers 3, Yankees 3. We pause briefly for station identification. This is the NBC television network. There it is. 3 runs, 6 hits, and 1 error for the Dodgers. 3 runs, 7 hits, and no errors for the Yankees. The new pitcher for the Yankees is Gossage. Guys, Tidrow really did a job for those Yankees. We talked about Welch just happened, but he came in and he did a real good job.
He did the job the middle relief man's supposed to do, keep his club in the ball game. Goose Gossage now, another hard thrower. I asked Yeager. Yeager, of course, batted against Gossage in the game that he was in, and he caught Forrester and Welch. And I said, which of the 3 was throwing harder? And he said Welch.
Is that right?
And this guy really throws hard. He's been timed up to 95 miles an hour. Forrester throws awfully hard with a hard slider.
Here we go. It'll be Rick Monday, Billy North, Steve Yeager in the 9th inning. Yankee ninth is Chambliss, Stanley, and Dent. Monday walked in the 2nd, fly to left in the 4th, single to center in the 6th.
You don't call that finesse, do you?
Oh, that'll hurt your arm.
His 2nd series game, he pitched 2 innings in game 2, retired 6 in a row with no strikeouts. One ball, 2 strikes. Crowd hanging tough. We got a dandy going. 2 and 2. We had a 40-minute rain delay. Well, that seems like a week ago. Just got a piece of it. Foul tip. Hit Springstead's chest protector.
He's throwing so hard, you can see Monday when he fouled that one off, the bat was still trailing way back in the strike zone. He'd have gotten that ball and hit it. It would have been off to the left field foul line seats.
The outfield really doesn't think that Monday can pull the ball. They're shading towards left center. Behind on that one. Count remains at 2 and 2. Nobody out. Monday, the leadoff man here in the ninth. Score tied, 3 apiece. There's Billy North. Three and 2. He really put some extra into that.
Just like that pitch he threw in the All-Star game, one of those wild pitches down and in. He was really firing that game, remember?
That got right. Munson didn't get his glove down.
No, not even close.
Munson said he's the toughest guy there is on this staff to catch. He said Guidry's ball moved, but he throws strikes generally. He's around the strike zone. He said, with Gossage, you never know. He could be wild inside, outside, low, high.
He looks like he throws a heavy ball. Ball 4. Monday draws the walk. So the leadoff man for the Dodgers is on. It brings up Billy North. North flied to center, bounced out to the shortstop. That was in the 5th, and bounced out second to first in the 6th.
And this guy
Nettles is moving in close for the bunt.
A tough man to bunt, Joe. That high fastball that takes off. It's tough to get the ball down on the ground.
Ball 1. Chambliss coming hard. Nettles coming hard.
It's an obvious bunt situation. Vic Davalillo. There goes Billy North going down to make sure of his signs. Third base coach Preston Gomez. Vic Davalillo has been over to the bat rack in the Dodger dugout, getting a helmet on. It looks like you have a pinch hitter for Steve Yeager.
Roy White in left field, Tom, is way over near the line, which has really shown tremendous respect for, look at him, how close he is to the line. Remember, North batting left-handed.
Well, North slapping the ball. We'll just try and slap the ball to left field. Not a pull hitter, that's for sure.
There's Davalillo.
Getting ready, getting his pine tar and rosin.
Pops it up.
Thought he might try and trap that ball. Let it hit the ground. Because North never left the batter's box.
Never left the batter's box. Walking back to the dugout. As soon as he popped in his walking mitts, could have been an automatic double play. Just lets the ball fall.
I think Nettles thought that Monday was far enough off he could throw behind him. Had he let the ball hit the ground first, he'd have had each runner dead to right. But how can you criticize a guy? Glove's going to walk in the Hall of Fame, if nothing else.
There you see Davalillo, 12 for 47, 6 RBIs as a pinch hitter in 1978. And he really cocks that front leg. Tony made mention of the hitting device used by Nettles. Watch this guy, almost shades of the late and great Mel Ott. He really cocks that leg, but not near the power of Mel Ott. Tough strike zone.
I'm trying to think, was it Charlie Metro that found out about him in the Mexican League?
So was Charlie, all right.
They thought he was too old. One of the scouts for the Dodgers said, hey, listen, this guy can still hit. He was down there looking for somebody else. I think pitching help, as I recall. And he said, you can use this guy as a pinch hitter. Put him along with Manny Mota, and you've got one from each side.
The sort of said he doesn't care how old they are. In fact, he kids him. He says Davalillo and Mota are older than dirt. Davalillo's in that batter's box now. Against Gossage, 1 man out. Ball 1. Davalillo in 71 was in a series for Pittsburgh, 73 with Oakland, here, 77 in LA. 1 ball, 1 strike. When you got a fastball pitcher like this and you stay low as a catcher, the umpire gets all the foul tips. It goes right over you. One ball, 1 strike, 1 out. We're tied, 3-3. We're in the 9th. Ball, 2 strikes. Foul straight back. First base Monday. He's the tiebreaker. Out of play.
little guy batting, Davalillo, when he first came up, could really run. You can see that right foot with that closed stance, and when he starts to swing, he's bailing out and stepping toward first base. And his first step, after one step, he's right in full gear.
Out of play. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Jammed house here at Yankee Stadium, and I don't see an NBC. Left field, Roy White should make the play. Monday's tagging up. He bluffs Roy White's throw into second base. Monday remains at first. 2 outs. Davy Lopes is the batter. Lopes flied to right in the first, lined to Nettles in the third. He walked and scored in the fifth and flied to right. Yankee Knight, Chambliss, Stanley, and Dent. What was that, Tom?
Not time to shave yet, is it? And that ball's hard, too.
Popped up. Dent's going out. Blair's coming in. Dent taking charge. Makes the play. And ends the inning. We go into the bottom of the ninth. Dodgers 3. Yankees 3. And for the Yankees, coming up, it'll be Chambliss, Stanley, and Dent.
NBC Sports.
56,445 here, and what a ball game we're seeing.
Joe, listen, we've had 3 good ball games, the last 3. The first game was a blowout as Los Angeles won 11-5. Tommy John getting the win. The second game, 4-3, the Dodgers over New York. Say rather, with all 4 RBIs, a 3-run home run. Up until the 7th inning yesterday, it was a 2-1 ball game, and then the Yankees scored 3 in the 7th. They won 5-1, and we've got another one right here, 3-3, going to the last of the 9th. Some good baseball, great defense by Nettles, a controversial play earlier. Russell dropped the ball, intentional or not, we don't know. The umpire didn't think so, and then Reggie, intentional or not, let the ball hit him. The umpire there didn't think so. So we've had some controversy. Jerry Grody's the new catcher for the Dodgers. Your man.
There's my man right there, Jerry Grody, the outstanding catcher in baseball. Lives down in San Antonio, Texas.
He was going to quit for a while, wasn't he?
Every year, the last 2 or 3, he's been quitting. Is he doing it again?
Well, he went over to the Dodgers last year from the Mets and has been thinking about retirement. It's such a valuable property because he's such an outstanding defensive catcher. He's staying around. His wife Sharon and the kids are here up from San Antonio.
Jerry Grody is catching. Bob Welch is the pitcher, and Chambliss leads it off. He's 0 for 3. 0-1. Young Welch came on in the jam and got Piniella to pop up and struck out Nettles. 1 ball, 1 strike. 3-3, we're tied. Strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
You can see Chambliss trying to cut down the swing of that. He's got the sore right hand, but he tried to cut the swing down and just meet the ball, hit it somewhere.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Nobody on, nobody out. Bottom of the 9th. All tied, 3 apiece. Two balls and 2 strikes now. Fred Stanley, the on-deck batter. Struck him out. Chambliss is out on strikes, and now Stanley is called back, and Jim Spencer is coming out of the Yankee dugout. I think if Chambliss would have gotten on, Stanley probably would have stayed in the game to bunt him over, but Chambliss out on strikes. Here is Spencer.
Jimmy Spencer, a good defensive first baseman, but uses a DH. He played for Tommy Lasorda in the Dominican Republic. Lasorda managed there quite a few years, up until last year, I believe. And they had a good conversation before the ball game. They're still friends. Spencer lost Lasorda's stopwatch down in the Dominican Republic, and Lasorda said, "I'm getting the money back. We're getting the winner's share this year."
Spencer, power hitter. Came for the Yankees and the White Sox for Stan Thomas and Cash. Swung around. Yankee fans must be thinking of Ryan Doran watching that. All the way back to the screen.
I guarantee you, Jim Spencer's thinking about it right now.
One ball, no strikes, 1 out. Nobody on. One ball, 1 strike. Breaking ball. 21 years old. Ball and 2 strikes. It's like a pitching machine. He just gets the sign and comes at you.
Amazing composure that he has had coming in 2 absolutely pressure-packed situations. The game out in Los Angeles against Reggie Jackson, and then here he comes in and runs the count to 3-2. Just 21 years old, pressure-packed, still has that composure to be able to throw strikes.
Little looper. Say's giving the chase. It is a foul ball. He just fought that pitch off. He was completely fooled. It was a breaking ball, an off-speed pitch, and at the last minute, Spencer just muscled it out that way, and for a while, it looked like it was going to be big trouble.
You got to look for fastball off this guy. There's Bobby Welsh, there's no question, and he is fooled by the breaking ball. Just kind of flipped it over Ron Say's head, but it drifted foul.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Bottom of the 9th. Tie score. Struck him out. That's the 3rd strikeout for Bob Welch. Spencer is out on strikes. Here is Bucky Dent. Boy, I tell you, the way this guy's going, they're going to give him a locker in the telephone booth so he can change uniforms. He has been something. Pressure packed. He got Piniella and struck out Nettles, and now he struck out Chambliss and Spencer. Strike.
Started him off with a breaking ball. He's getting a little tricky out there. I think he's shown them in 2 appearances about 3 or 4 breaking balls, and that's it. But they still can't catch up to his fastball. They're looking for it.
Another one, too.
Should be an easy play. It is. Billy North hauls it in. 3 up, 3 down. We have extra innings coming up as we're tied 3 apiece. Dodgers and the Yankees, and it'll be Russell, Smith, Garvey, the middle of the lineup for the Dodgers.
Here's the new Pennzoil that saves gasoline. And Kenny Stabler, quarterback of the Oakland Raiders. New Pennzoil PZL. The Pennzoil that saves gasoline.
That's right. You know the Pennzoil in this can? It really does help you go farther on a gallon of gasoline. And it saves you oil changes, too. They call it Pennzoil PZL. I call it a winner.
Hi, I'm Carlo Rossi. I've been in the wine business almost a half a century. One thing I've learned is you've got to have it in the bottle. It's not fancy labels or advertising that sell good wine. It's the taste, like our Carlo Rossi Van Rosé. It's soft and light with a flavor that only comes from years of experience. I like talking about Carlo Rossi Van Rosé, but I'd rather drink it.
Here, right back in there.
Gordon Hall has a headache.
Will you try extra strength Tylenol?
Okay.
Compare regular aspirin, the leading extra ingredient pain reliever, and extra strength Tylenol. Extra strength Tylenol has more medicine.
The headache is entirely gone.
What pain reliever would you choose the next time you have a headache?
I would go out and I would buy extra strength Tylenol.
Extra strength Tylenol. They're aspirin free, and you can't buy a more potent pain reliever without a prescription.
I'm ready to go.
Big day on NBC Sports tomorrow. It starts at 12:30 Eastern Time with NFL 78. And that Pittsburgh-Cleveland game, that's the one most of you will be seeing. It's regionalized football, so check your local listings. Boy, the Steelers against the Browns, that has really been something. And then World Series game, number 5 right here, 4 o'clock Eastern Time. Jim Beattie against Bert Hooton. We've got a new second baseman for the Yankees. Brian Doyle has gone in. There you see him. And Bill Russell, who is 2 for 4, leads it off. Center field, Paul Blair should have no problem. 1 out. Brings up Reggie Smith, who hit a 3-run homer. I'll tell you something, boys, that play by Reggie Jackson, he gets a lot of publicity with his bat, but that play looms bigger and bigger when he was hit by the throw.
How about the play this guy made? Throwing out Blair.
Well, that was
Right
the play,
field.
but Jackson's play, it's got a
little tree.
There'll be some explanations to that one. He was going for downtown, didn't get it. 1 ball, 1 strike. There'll be all kinds of explanations and reasons given, and it all boiled down to judgment. Left field out of play. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Gossage. He just gets the ball and throws as hard as he can for as long as he can. Two balls and 2 strikes. 1 out, nobody on.
Joe, the pitchers like this, there's Garvey on deck with that little extra something on their fastball are effective in this ballpark because you can't pull them. They're always making you hit the ball to the big part of the ballpark, left center field, dead center, right center. Your bat's trailing just a little bit. You can't quite get out in front.
Struck him out. That's the first strikeout for the Goose. So there are 2 outs, nobody on. Steve Garvey, the batter. Garvey hit into the unique double play in that first inning, a 9-3-6 double play. He walked in the 4th, flied to right in the 5th, flied to left. Out of play, foul ball. Didn't get around on it. The Yankees in the bottom of the 10th, Paul Blair, Roy White, Thurman Munson. That trio that tied it up. He is really fogging.
You've got 2 guys that come out of the bullpen in this game late. And are just fired, nothing but express up there. Gossage and Welsh, and it's all fastball. A couple of curveballs to Bucky Dent. You couldn't get hurt, but to the big guys that can hurt you, it's all number 1.
He wants Munson was saying, Joe? You see that right hand? Moved way out the strike zone.
He doesn't want him to make a mistake and come in with it. Hit that outside corner. We're going to miss it. Way out there. Slider. And he may come back and do it again, then get him on the 2-2 pitch. It'll be interesting to see how he works him. There he goes again. He wanted it outside. He's going for that corner. 1, 2, 3 for the Dodgers in the 10th. We go to the bottom half of the 10th. We're all tied. Dodgers 3, Yankees 3, and coming up it'll be Paul Blair, Roy White, and Thurman Munson.
In 1906, Harvey Firestone built the first mechanically mounted pneumatic tires for his friend Henry Ford. You know, Harvey sold a lot of tires because Henry sold a lot of cars. And then in 1908, Harvey came up with the first non-skid tread pattern. You knew it was non-skid because it said so right on the tread. Harvey had a lot of good ideas. He was the first one to put rubber tires on a tractor, ever.
You see, Harvey Firestone was never satisfied. He was always looking for a better way.
And today, Firestone engineers are still looking for ways to make better tires. And that's led to the finest steel-belted radio Firestone has ever built, the 721. It's a product Harvey Firestone would have been proud of. Because, you know, he always said he wanted Firestone products to be the best today and still better tomorrow.
Valari and Fairmont. I like them both.
Thousands of people compare Plymouth Valari and Ford Fairmont, and they're comparable. The same EPA size class, about the same mileage with comparable equipment. But they're different, too. From seating for 6 to wheelbase and track, we think Valari 4-door's more car. Equipped with 6-cylinder engine and automatic transmission, sticker price is about the same. A solid, substantial car. That's Valari.
That's imagination. That's Plymouth.
Hello, I'm Fred Willard. Please watch this week when I host Saturday Night Live with Devo. That's Saturday at 11:30, 10:30 Central. I'm so excited.
56,445 here. Bottom of the 10th, and Mickey Rivers has come out as a pinch hitter. The crowd really reacts. Say moves in close at third. Foul ball. Rivers 3 for 8 in the World Series. There was an extra inning game in last year's World Series. Game number 1, Yankees won it in 12 innings, 4-3 at New York. Look at Ron Say sneaking in. Popped up behind the plate. Grody's coming near the stands. He has a play. He makes it. Rivers fouls to Grody. 1 out. Batter is Roy White. White, a very key bunt in that 8th inning. When Blair singled, White moved him along, and Blair scored on a double by Munson. The bunt will get lost in that box score, but that was the big one. Strike. 1 out, nobody on. 3-3. Good fastball, strike 2.
I guess it's going to be who weakens first between Welch and Gossage, and neither one's showing signs at this point. They're really throwing hard.
You can hear that glove pop up here. Grody's using a pillow. I know that glove doesn't pop. It's one of those soft ones.
Real small one, too, Joe. Like a small pocket, and the ball gets in there, it stays out. This is probably the smallest glove of any catcher in the big league.
2 balls and 2 strikes.
Trying to settle his young pitcher down. So right here, no problem. We got 2-2, 1 out. Make a good pitch. Still in command. Ball 3. touch of experience for you right there. Did you see Grody take that ball out, rubbed it up, made sure he let Welsh just relax a minute, take a little bit of time. Big pitch here. Don't want this guy at first base. Make him hit his way on. You don't want to walk him.
Foul ball, fastball.
You find a lot of that kind of stuff. Check swing, foul off on a hard thrower. You mentioned it before, Tom. The last time he came in, Johnson or Forrester, you have to start so quickly in order to get that bat out in the hitting area.
Your observations, Tony, about these two guys coming out and throwing nothing but heat is exactly correct. And it could be a story of who weakens first. Welsh is throwing with an injury to his rib cage on the right-hand side, and it had bothered him, not the other night, but he has had some trouble with it. If he gets a little bit tired, that could become a sore spot for him.
Thurman Munson with Reggie Jackson on deck, one man out. Score tied, 3-3. Ball inside. There he is. Reggie Jackson. It was the confrontation. Jackson against Welsh. Welsh struck him out.
And Joe Welch better not take Roy White for granted down at first base, because he got a pretty good lead on that first pitch. A little bit walking.
Popped up in the infield. Russell saved. They're having trouble, and it stayed up there. Russell made it. They looked at each other for what seemed like 30 seconds.
I just think it's so noisy in here, Joe. There's so many people. They're making so much crowd noise that they're having trouble communicating. What a rematch right here. Look at this. Young Bob Welsh and the veteran, the slugger home run hitter, Reggie Jackson.
Reggie said he lost his concentration when Bucky Dent broke off second. There are 2 outs. Roy White is at first base. Right now it's Jackson against Welch again. Ball. Stand up there. He's not as close to the plate as he was all game. He's back.
Well, don't forget, Jackson's been hitting the arm today, too. How much strength he's going to have in that arm, we don't know. He took a pretty good shot from Terry Forster off that right forearm.
Strike. Look how far back he is.
It looked like he wants to swing, Tony. You know that?
Why not? If the elbow's hurt him, that right, that bottom hand for left-handers, the one that you pull the bat through. If he can't get it out, he's going to be dragging it.
Nice hit. White stopped at second. And it's up to Piniella. Jackson continues to hit. Second base hit.
Reggie ahead on the count. Another one of those strong guys who, when they roll those wrists, the ball just picks up speed going to the infield. Lopes made a good try for it, but it just kept bounding in that overspin, shot it right through the infield.
First hit the youngster is given up. And the game is on at second base. Roy White. We are tied 3-3. Bottom of the 10th, 2 outs. Piniella against Welsh in the 8th, popped to the first baseman Garvey. There is the ball game. Jackson is on at first. 2 outs. Strike one. Piniella. A base hit, and now the series is tied. 2 games apiece. As we get ready for Game 5, Jim Beattie against Bert Hooten. He hit a good pitch, Tony.
No ball, 1 strike pitch. Looked like it was up and away, but we'll see it again. Might have been a ball. He really tomahawked it hard to right center, so Piniella with his hit ends the game. Here's Roy White coming off second base. North had no chance whatsoever as Hauser gives the go-ahead sign. The big cheer you hear now in the background is White scores the 4th run as Piniella coming out of the dugout. Look at the Yankees. It was Piniella in the 1st inning. He caught a line drive off Garvey to double Russell off at second base. There is number 14, Lou Piniella, Reggie Jackson, and Lou Piniella. These ball games get any tenser. My goodness, how can they?
There's one happy fellow right there, Lou Piniella.
So Lou Piniella is the big hero. 4 runs, 9 hits, and no errors. Gossage the winner, 3 runs, 6 hits, and 1 error. Welsh was the loser. We're all tied in the series, 2 games apiece as we get ready for Game 5. The final score once again, Yankees 4, Dodgers 3 in extra innings so far. Tony Kubek, Tom Seaver, and Kurt Gowdy. This is Joe Garagiola saying so long from Yankee Stadium. Game 4 of the 1978 World Series has been brought to you by Gillette Track 2. To guys who use the Gillette Track 2, no single blade will do. By Chrysler Plymouth, who invite you to see the beautiful new Chrysler Newport and discover that now you can have it all right now. And by the Miller Brewing Company, brewers of Miller High Life. If you've got the time, we've got the beer. The executive producer of NBC Sports is Don Oldmeyer. Today's World Series telecast was produced by Michael Weissman, directed by Harry Coyle. The pregame show was produced by David Stern, directed by Ken Fouts, technical director Horace Ruiz, associate producer Kenneth Edmondson, associate directors Richard Klein and Bob Levy. Remember, tomorrow afternoon it's NFL football starting at 12:30 with NFL 78 and then regional action. Most of you will see the Pittsburgh-Cleveland game before 80,000 screaming fans in Cleveland. Check the local listings for the game in your area. And then at 4 o'clock, it's World Series game number 5 as the Dodgers and the Yankees continue the battle here at Yankee Stadium. And we'll be back in Dodger Stadium on Tuesday night, 8 o'clock Eastern time for Game 6 of this exciting World Series. 4-3. Yankees win it. We're tied, 2 games apiece.